I think it's important, especially as a mom, like, and a homeschooling mom for myself. Like, I give so much of myself to them, and all of my time and attention, really has always been there. And for them to see that I'm dedicating certain time and effort to something that matters to me, I think is something that I didn't realize how important it was for them to witness that and be part of it. Remind me once again just who I am because I need to know.
I guess first, Jennifer, I just wanted to know what has been your experience like in Studio Brev?
It's been amazing. I love the community. Like when I first had the interview with the two of you, it's nice when you hear like, oh, it's non-competitive. Like we encourage people. There's no, no one's better than anyone else in that setting. And it's a nice verbiage, but like, I don't know if I've ever really experienced that, but it's 100% what happens in this community, which is amazing. It's a beautiful thing. And that is definitely kudos to the two of you for creating that space and maintaining it. More than anything, even just like vocally related, just the true love and community and the vast, backgrounds of everyone, to even have people across the globe meeting together is so cool. And yeah, it's been very positive and has helped me in my confidence tremendously, and being able to kind of push myself where I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right, but not be afraid to go through that process. So it's been amazing. Those foundational things, when I've had like pieces of it throughout the years, but not really that full connection, it was like night and day. Who knew? Well, I mean, you knew, but I didn't know. Like,
One of the things we try to focus on with students is making sure that they feel really confident perfecting their warm up so that they know what they're listening for, how to make improvements. Um, how is your warm up going? How has it helped you?
I think learning because I think I was honestly fatiguing myself in my warm up. It's like I followed the go-to process and understanding that to listen to my to where I'm at and then understanding that my goal is reaching resonance. And when I reach resonance, like I can go, okay, I've reached what I need to reach. And some days it might take me longer, and some days I can get there pretty quickly. But instead of trying to like force myself to just do the motion, so to speak, just for the sake of it, because someone told me those were good exercises, like again, the knowledge has been just so powerful.
In our auditions and interviews with folks, we've had people say, no, now's not the right time because of situations like, hey, we're homeschooling the kids right now, or like, I'm raising my family, or like, in my career. And so I guess I'm wondering with you, like for someone who is on the fence, who has kids, what might you say to them?
I think honestly, specifically for kids, it's been amazing watching my kids watch, like, and sometimes they'll laugh at me because we're making weird sounds or, but like they're watching me strive for something and they're watching me put time and effort into something and working towards it. And sometimes they're like, you have to sing this song. Like they're like giving me assignments, Um, but I think it's important, especially as a mom, like, and a homeschooling mom for myself. Like, I give so much of myself to them, and all of my time and attention, really has always been there. And for them to see that I'm dedicating certain time and effort to something that matters to me, I think is something that I didn't realize how important it was for them to witness that and be part of it. And so even watching one of my sons plays the guitar and watching him go outside of his comfort zone, he's like, I'm gonna start learning to sing while I'm doing this, and he'll come to me for feedback, like how do I sing this, and actually helping lead worship in his youth group. And before it was like he loved playing guitar, but it was just again that do it here at home. Like it wasn't something he ever branched out in that nervous, like, okay, I'm doing this in front of people. And so watching his growth, I don't think it was coincidental timing because he's watching me do stuff and then actually take it to another level and knowing how scared I was to do it and did it anyways. And, they couldn't wait to see the video that their dad took the next day. What did she sing? We want to see, like, which is so cool. Um, but yeah, I think we realize, we make time for what matters at the end of the day. And I realized that music has been a part of my life as far back as I can remember. And there was a huge chunk of it that I just didn't really have time for it, and realizing how that was like a void for me, like a piece of me was missing, and I had to reprioritize putting that back in my life. And um, yeah, so I think we just have to understand what our value point is, like what is it that we're really looking for. And I love that here specifically, like the flexibility, like there's a true understanding that like I'm not always going to be available for class, and that's okay. There is no like guilt or shame or, how dare you not show up or whatever. And just also for others, like checking in and having people care whether you're there or not is a really, really good place to be. So,
I'm curious, where do you feel like you'd be if you said no and you didn't join Studio Brev?
yeah, I mean, I was really struggling with like vocal strain. And I think the reality is if I kept doing what I'm doing, I'm not going to be able to keep what I have, and it probably would have just come to a point where it's like, okay, I don't feel very confident doing this. Now I'm like straining my instrument essentially. I probably would have just done less, definitely not grown and more and found what I was capable of. I mean, I wouldn't have reached the understanding of what I am capable of doing with my voice at all. There was so many things I would call breakthroughs in such short amount of time that it's like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. I wouldn't have been able to experience that for one. But I also think I just would have kept listening to that discouragement, that deprecation reasons why, this isn't really your thing. Like, it's okay to do it occasionally but I think I would have just allowed myself to kind of pull back in a way, which is sad because there's a reason why I was trying to go back into it. So
Took my love, took it down. Climbed a mountain, turned around. Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the sea